It's time for the main event at the World Teamfighting Federation, and yet again we've been here in sunny Manchester, but we've got stuck. Our show today has took place at Cornbrook Tram Stop. At least it leaves our fighters focused, because there's not really much else to look at. It's World Chonccweight Championship time, and Dee-Lite is up to defend the title again against the returning Shaken Not Stirred. Let's get down to the Chonk Dome and get this match underway. And we're here in the Chonk Dome. It's myself, Bryan Chonccson, owner of the World Teamfighting Federation, stuck at Cornbrook Tram Stop, along with Mike the Wall Duncan. How's it going, Wall?
Oh, it's always good to be back here in the Chonk Dome. It is my second favorite place to be. I will not tell you what the first one is. We all have our secrets.
Fair enough. Alright, so it is Shaken Not Stirred versus Dee-Lite. Dee-Lite now on there, ready for their second defense, or they're up for their second defense of the title. Shaken Not Stirred wanting to get that title for the first time. Second time.
Yeah, Dee-Lite has definitely been one of our stronger competitors in the WTF. Won several consecutive matches.
Yeah.
Over the last little while. I got high hopes. I think this kid's going somewhere.
I'd hope so. Shaken Not Stirred has started with, well, a big Malfight. Big Malfight conspiracy energy here going on.
Indeed. We'll see if they decide to keep them. I find that it's pretty common that most folks will keep their first hero, but every once in a while, you shake things up. You have a pretty good idea of what you want, and you swap things out. We'll see. Looks like for now, okay. Looks like we are swapping out the Malfight.
Yeah, so he's going
Your
fated.
service is no longer required.
Yeah. And as for Dee-Lite, well, they're also placing units down. Derek seems to be transfixed on stage 1 for whoever has ended up with the recording software. So following the challenge.
Definitely got an extended look at Shaken Not Stirred here. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of an insight into Dee-Lite. They are the defending champion after all.
That is true.
Definitely interested in their play style.
Mm-hmm. That is
looks like we're going to take a random champion for Shaken's third. That's fine. We're still against minions. It's not a big deal. Hasn't committed to selling the Malfight yet.
No. And seems to be looking at pivoting here with the Yorick on the field as well. So I think he's just keeping his options open. Right, here we go.
Yeah,
so,
hey,
so I go for it.
This could definitely be a chooser. We're going to reroll a couple.
So he's hovering that Reaper's crest. That is a very weird augment. Scoreboard scrapper. Every round, if you're in the bottom 4, your team permanently gains 1.5% attack damage and ability power.
Interesting comeback, but it's not what we're looking for today.
Yeah, and then the other one was if you're in the top 4, you gain 10% health. That's sort of an interesting situation. It looks like he's going in on that fated business, though.
We are locking in the fated squad.
Can someone get a communique down to Derek, please? There we go.
There he goes. He heard us.
So Dee-Lite has went for the tons of stats augment, and is currently going heavenly something.
Yes, lightly heavenly, but not a particularly definitive composition just yet. Wow, right off the rip, Dee-Lite and Shaken going into the very first player v player round of the tournament. It is tight, but things are definitely wow. Okay, yeah, things are definitely leaning in favor of the defending champion here, given that it's the same unit except one is a higher level.
Oh yes. Rip Ari.
It definitely a close first round, but that one will go to the defending champion.
I was speaking to Shaken Not Stirred backstage before this match, and he was turning around about how he thought he did have Dee-Lite's number. When I did ask him how he got that, he just said, I just checked through my phone list. That wasn't exactly what I was looking at, but, he's went, Looks like Shaken Not Stirred does have a little bit of a sense of humour.
Always good to see.
Aye,
looks like the Malphite is making a return.
yes.
Has made it back to the stage.
And he's now looking like he's throwing in Reaper here against his opponent.
This is
Derek.
definitely an interesting composition. We're now taking a look at Dee-Lite, who is
Got hit by that Ascension.
having a bit of a struggle here.
Yes, unfortunately,
And
Yorick
just narrowly.
Yorick just does that business. He just walks up to someone and takes their soul. It's just how it is. Yeah, so it looks like Shaken is looking to pivot a little bit into that Reaper spec, hovering over the Amumu, which is a little out of place in all the specs at the moment. But then again,
Yeah, I'm not thinking that they'll take at this point.
I can see what he's done. He's hovered over his Behemoth emblem. Maybe a Reaper Behemoth sort of spec could be thing to go here.
Big and scary.
Oh, big kindred. There's a conspiracy.
Yeah, don't look that up in Google Safe Search off.
But it has sort of worked out for Shaken at the moment. So a little bit of that pivot, and now we move back to Dee-Lite.
Yeah, it appears that the opponent's name has it appears to be censored. I don't know what's going on there. It's just a black bar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a thing.
Very bizarre. If there was some kind of interference on the transmission there.
Indeed.
But we are back.
And we are in the spatula round. I'll let you go for the picks.
Indeed, the both of our champions, or both of our players, are in the top two today. There's two strong competitors. So they'll be both picking in the last round, so there won't be a whole lot to choose from.
Oh, they both tried to go for it.
And Dee-Lite pivots at the last second.
Yeah, so I played chicken there.
Not gonna get a little bit. Looks like Dee-Lite said duck first. Let's see if that is some kind of indication for the future.
So Shaken is looking at what would be required for spatula. I don't know whether he's looking to try and go for more behemoths or more umbral at that point.
Well, it's a very interesting board that they've got right now, given that they've already got two emblems and a third one can be built with that spatula.
Yeah.
This could be quite an interesting looking battle. Again with that weird black bar name. I don't know what's going on.
It's
some very
weird.
Strange things happening in this game right now.
It is. It's like a perception filter. It's like I know there's a name there, but just can't seem to.
It's like trying to read a language that you can't understand, that you can't comprehend. You know.
Absolutely. But Shaken has managed to draw blood. And we now have another encounter. Component, anvil, player, health, or gold.
Aha! John Aatrox has hit the field.
Da, 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 da. Oh, absolutely. Right, so here we go. Is Shaken going to try and get the spatula item that he's looking for? Is he looking for a normal item?
Not sure what they will be doing with that sword today. Dee-Lite appears to have taken the health and is now racked up to 102 by hacking the game.
Oh, hold on. Elvis is saying something to me here. What's he saying here? Caught in a trap. Oh, right. That seems to be the soundboard that plays when someone tries to go for more health in a Teamfight Tactics game. It is considered a trap.
Generally speaking, yeah. HP don't really mean much. The only hit point that matters is the last one.
Mm.
And that's true for any game of these.
Yeah, you might be able to give yourself
who knows, maybe you buy your way into another round. But how much is that going to matter in the long run?
Especially if it leaves you waiting last to pick some slim pickings off a carousel.
That's true. Depending on what stage of the game you get and how much HP you gain, you can actually alter your order in the carousel.
It only clouds the future.
He actually was lower on the list and would have gotten higher priority back up to top. So now they're back at the bottom.
Indeed.
So
But,
comes back to bite them.
yeah. Here it comes. It's the killer Krugs, though. Oh.
Am I with the laser beam?
Yeah. Yeah, they're the killer Krugs. So we've mentioned Elvis and Queen. Let's
see how many more music references we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just killed a bunch of Krugs. We're gonna pick up their stuff. We're gonna loot that body.
Oh yeah, because we let those bodies hit the floor.
We let the bodies hit the floor, and we loot the body. We got a Tom Cardi. We got a Disturbed.
Yeah.
It's a very musical.
Drowning Pool. It's just like everything's going. Oh look, there we go. Another behemoth emblem. Right. So.
Who needs to build an emblem? It's just easy. Just get a behemoth emblem from the book.
Make everyone big beefy bastards. Oh, we are not a family friendly show. We've got the later slot on the network today, so we're past the watershed.
We're given the big black bar censored name. Yeah, unfortunately we can no longer make any claims for family-friendly content. If we ever could.
We will throw a disclaimer in. This is an unfortunate name that got black barred out of there, but it's just that's just the way it goes when we don't vet.
That doesn't just get filtered automatically. Actually, it seems like a really easy thing to check.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I will have to speak with the bookers, because how that local talent managed to get through is anyone's business. But we certainly will not be using them again. Well, let's see what Shaken goes for here. Oh, if he's going Behemoth, final Ascension. So
everybody loves Ascension.
Oh yeah.
Get a Behemoth emblem. Go all in on Behemoth. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Just gigantic Ascension power. And goes for that one instead.
I think that might haunt him.
That, I think, is probably the worst one. That one has to be a mistake.
Yeah, especially if he's building a load of emblems.
Between Ascension and a Behemoth emblem, I mean, you gotta be crazy to not take that. But I mean, pump up that Yasuo, and I don't know, maybe crazy things can happen.
I mean, personally on that one, I would have masterworked the Ginsu's into a Ginsu's Reckoning, but what do I know? I am just the owner. There's a reason I own the World Teamfighting Federation and not take part.
It's true. If I've learned anything from esports organizations, you do not have to be actually good at esports to own one. In fact, you don't even have to be like a good person to own an esports organization, for that matter.
Yeah. Take all the lessons from sports and you know.
Joking aside, Chicken has just taken a huge bite out of our defending champion here, who has plummeted to 5th place on the leaderboard. Dee-Lite is not having the finest go of it just yet. I'm not sure how much we contribute to the masterwork equipment grab choice. I still think that I stand by my initial assessment that either one of those previous two arguments would have been better, but
yeah,
maybe they know something I don't.
That's very true. So we can be pretty clear at this point now that Shaken has sort of pivoted into Behemoth Reaper.
Yes, starting with the Faded Reaper, definitely now much more Behemoth focused. well, with having gotten 2 emblems for it, I mean, how can you not be?
That is very true.
You know,
As we,
half of those behemoths are fake behemoths, essentially.
yeah.
Spying a little bit on Dee-Lite's game.
It's Baphomet.
And things are still not going well for them.
No.
Really having a rough go at it.
Absolutely, but here we go. Another carousel. I will let you look at people's options here.
Let's see. What have we got? Dee-Lite, having lost a lot of health, is going to... Oh,
Derek!
God, the cameraman. Derek, you're thin fucking ice, buddy.
So Dee-Lite did pick up an Orn.
Indeed. With a higher priority, hopefully that was something that was on their list, at least.
He may have just took it for the item. Who knows?
It's true. I mean, it's a legitimate strategy. All depends on where you are in the game at any given moment.
So if Shaken wants to
achieved maximum interest as well.
Yeah, I was about to say Shaken was hovering over that Thresh, which would work into a triple spec here of Behemoth Reaper Fated.
Absolutely, that would be that's a good key. A good key piece. Save up a round or 2 of interest, maybe, and cash out. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that would absolutely work in their favor.
So
this one's looking pretty tough. It's a really tanky team.
That is true. And yeah,
do we have the DPS to close this one out? We'll have to see. It looks like not. Looks like we're gonna have our first loss for Shaken in quite a while.
Makes me wonder whether he should have went for that final ascension.
Yeah, could this be the turning point? Is this the part where we realize the flaw, the hubris?
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Especially with Dee-Lite just staying there in the mid pack. It's not a bad place.
Not really, not like launching, accelerating towards future victory or anything. But I mean, they're not really losing a lot of ground either. Haven't moved from 5th place in a few rounds.
Yeah. And remember, again, all they have to do is, not be in a situation where the challenger ends up in the top 3. That's all they have to do. They've got that advantage.
It's true. Them's the rules. And, one loss is no indicator. And this one is definitely leaning more towards, well, I was gonna say, yeah, okay.
There we go.
Say, it's like it was a little shaky towards the end there, but yeah, Shaken was able to close it out.
Yeah.
19th position, stays in the top 3. Very nice.
Yeah, let's just hope now that Shaken Not Stirred doesn't get lost in the crowd, because they really will be hungry like the wolves. Duran Duran, there we go.
Now, what do you think of the choice of putting in the Azix over the Thresh here?
I feel that's actually a good spot in order to try and get some damage in. Throwing in the Thresh would not really provide much of a benefit in terms of sort of trait bonuses, but getting Reaper online and basically providing a load of crit damage is the way to go. And then all Shaken has to do is level up again, get that Thresh on the board, and it's just bonus at that point.
It's true. That's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. Even at bronze, a little bit of extra DPS is probably the way to go here.
Like I say,
up against Brain Rot. This one's at the bottom of the pack. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I say, it's all about that trait bonus, really. Getting Kha'Zix up from there is just a sort of an extra benefit. It is weird trying to see an Ari provide crit strike damage, though. It's an odd situation.
I will point out here that Shaken's opponent did in fact take the Ascension, and it did not pan out for them.
No.
That's not necessarily proof of anything, but I
No.
mean, you know.
It just means it
it's,
didn't work for them.
Exactly. Let's see. Thieves' gloves. Pick of the litter.
And then you've got the golden remover. It looks like straight in. So, oh well, that worked.
That works very nicely. Absolutely. Grab that free cane.
So replacing the Kazakhs now, because it's not needed, with the cane.
Yeah, big upgrade in terms of quality of unit there. And since there's no benefit past 4 Reapers, no point in keeping Kazakhs.
Correct.
So get them out of here.
Yeah, and what is the other trait of cane? Is it ghostly? I believe it is. So that doesn't provide much of a benefit, but
Not
like you
online
say,
just yet, but
the higher tier unit is just the thing.
yeah.
So Shaken is looking at what other fated we could possibly get.
Here we are, round 3.
Oh yes, here we go.
Both of the previous matches have gone to Shaken, but we'll see if things have changed since then.
I'd say that's a
Dee-Lite's team
turning
is
point here.
definitely way stronger this time around. Good bulk, solid DPS, and it's looking like it's going to go in their favor sooner or later. Got a couple of sticky units having a hard time putting them down, but I do think that eventually this will go in. Well,
No.
Actually, whoa! That came out of nowhere. Okay.
Of course, Yasuo with the
It's a pretty good item. So is the Masterwork thing.
yeah, the Bloodthirster, the Masterwork Bloodthirster, getting its worth.
Yeah, it's just really out to prove us wrong. We currently a 3-0 in terms of head-to-heads between the challenger, Shaken Stirred, and the defending champion of Dee-Lite.
Yeah.
That is translating in terms of hit points.
It is indeed. Right. Okay. So Shaken is taking on Big Load Steve.
Currently the top, although they are actually tied. Only top probably because of the win streak, if I had to guess.
Yeah, win streak or just a flip of a coin.
Either way, could be. You know, we don't make the rules here.
No.
Looks like the camera did not catch it, but that was a loss for Shaken that time. A pretty hefty one, actually. 13 points.
Yeah.
Still maintaining 3rd place, though, so in solid position.
It is good. We've got Brain Rot 11 is on the bubble, though.
Yeah, another one really bad round or 2 mediocre ones. That could be it for them. That will trigger our ad break.
Indeed.
The midpoint of our competition.
So, back at the carousel again.
Dee-Lite has, through sheer willpower, has slid up to a 4th place. You know, very middle of the pack. Not awful positioning,
No.
but you know,
Does what it needs. And I think they spent a little bit of time just staring into space, because they were there on that carousel for a little bit. And then managed to pick up a Kabuto with a Tear of the Goddess. Clearly the idea was for the Tear.
That makes sense. Still sitting on that spatula from near the beginning of the game, by the way.
Yeah.
Is Shaken that stir. Not sure what to do with it yet, I suppose.
He's
Holding out for something better.
realistically only got this stage to look for other items. I don't know what he's holding for other than
Yeah,
another spatula.
Yeah, basic items are going to become pretty scarce in a hot minute, so we'll have to commit pretty soon.
I mean, what would he be looking for? Maybe yet another behemoth? Unless he ends up picking up an Ornn?
Imagine 3 behemoth tokens. That would be quite a board. This is looking like another loss for Shaken as well.
Oh, that was
we're now
a
to 2
definitive
consecutive.
loss.
That was a pretty harsh loss. And not so for Dee-Lite. Dee-Lite managed to take theirs.
Yeah. Brain Rot is on 3 health. Let's see, what support item is Shaken going to take here?
One moment appears to be some. There appears to be a disturbance.
Oh no. Wait, there's been an attack. Backstage. I've lost my co-host here. This has not gone well. I will pick up the slack here. Shaken did pick up the Zrot portal as the support item here and is now taking on Shadow Dodo. This is a situation there. If Shaken can actually get a decent win out of this, we would lose the Dodo and bring on this competition a little bit further, but it's not going well. There's a lot of tanking stuff that is happening, but it really hinges on keeping that Yasuo alive, and he's only just still going there. He is getting it through though, and he's looking like it's, oh no, he's gone down. There's only a couple of units left. Can he take on the Dodo here? It's looking very close, and it has happened. The Dodo has been eliminated, extinct like it is in real life, and with that we go to our ad break, so we will see you after a message from our sponsor. This episode of the World Teamfighting Federation is brought to you by the Cornbrook Tram Stop Tourism Board, the be-all and end-all of all activities to take part in while at that location. They have brought out their guide, 50 Things to Do at Cornbrook Tram Stop, and have great ideas such as... Please check out the Cornbrook Tram Stop Tourism Board whenever you enter the tram stop. Now, back to the action. And we are back on the board. Shaken is keeping himself in that top 3. Dee-Lite, not that far down. But we do go for some chickens, or other sort of birds. And the white meat is not a problem for either of the two competitors here. The Loop subscription has just provided them with a little bit more items. Again,
Dear God, ninjas have broken into my apartment.
Be careful, be careful, Wall.
I gotta go. Ow! Oh, shit!
Oh, we've lost the wall.
I gotta go.
Oh, God.
Keep going without me. I swear. I better. Ooh, you better not break my jaw. My hand. I need that for next week. No.
Oh. And yep. Yeah. If we could just get production to just check to see what's happened with the wall. I feel the wall may have crumbled. It is fine. I will be able to take on the rest of this. Yeah. No. I can take on the rest of this solo. It's fine. You just check that the wall's here. He is the next challenger for whoever wins this. He needs to be there. No, don't take Derek. He's had problems with the camera as it is. No, come on. Surely we can find someone other than Derek. What do you mean take Steve? Well, yes, Steve could do it. Get Steve to check on Mike. Okay? Cool. That's great. So as we get to the next encounter here, sorry, I really do apologise. It's not often that we expect and lose our commentary team. In fact, it's never happened. So whoever the ninjas are have really decided they want to try and prevent the wall from taking part as the number 1 contender. But I will be sure he'll be fine. Steve. God. Steve. If it's not Steve, it's Derek. And if it's not Derek, it's a cattle prod. Anyway. Kha'Zix has provided the XP boost encounter. So XP only costs 3 gold. But we're looking at Shaken Not Stirred here at the same health as Dee-Lite. And I mean, let's be honest, Big Low Steve did tear Shaken Not Stirred a new one last time they fought. And let's be honest, history is repeating itself here. I don't think a gold Zrot Void Spawn is going to do much. He takes the victory here. Dee-Lite did not do much better though. In fact, they did slightly worse because they are now at 35 health. We have 6 competitors remaining. We are on a Lysandra encounter. Offers to sell items for an expensive price. Is Shaken going to spend 22 gold for an artifact anvil? He is indeed. Gets rid of a Malphite. And let's see, what items have we got here? He's hovering over the Blighting Jewel, looking at the Forbidden Idol. Shields have 50% of the value converted to max health. The Lichbane, first attack after the ability, deals bonus damage just like its namesake. The Innovating Locket, 2% of the total mana when they're hit by an attack, would work on tanky characters. But he's going into the fight. And he's getting it on that Cho'Gath. So here it comes. Is it going to actually do anything here? Because his opponent is very, very tanky. It's certainly not tankier than the Behemoth. Well, certainly more tanky than the Behemoth spec that Shaken is going for. Dee-Lite is still there, fighting valiantly, and is still in the situation. They have lost, though, and they are down to 22 to Shaken Not Stirred's 21. As we move to the next carousel, it is going to be Brainrot holding on in there. And he picks up a Silas with a red buff. There's a Nudir with a Static Shiv from Die Always. Our two competitors have picked up their items. Steric's Gauge from Shaken Not Stirred, Thieves Gloves for Dee-Lite. Will this help them? There is an Ornn. And now it's a case of what's going on here. He's placed a Yone with the Steric's Gauge on there. It looks like... It does look like Shaken Not Stirred is in trouble here. He really wants to be trying to get to level 10, get that on the field. Will he last long enough to happen? And this is probably the worst encounter that he could have possibly done, as it's battle between Dee-Lite and Shaken Not Stirred yet again. And it is all rolling Dee-Lite here. Groove is certainly in their heart at the moment. The Behemoth Yone is not there. Dee-Lite has hit. Oh, Shaken Not Stirred is on the bubble with 5 health now. In 5th place, it is not good enough for Shaken Not Stirred to get any further in this and to get the Chonccweight Championship. He needs to survive around here. Oh, he's got the Ornn on the field. That is 6 Behemoth. Will this help him? He has one of 2 people to face. And that was the worst one he could have got. He has ended up with the champion so far on the hot streak. Big Load Steve is ready to dump a big load of whoop ass onto Shaken Not Stirred here. And yeah, the Behemoth is not helping. Meanwhile, Dee-Lite also has to make sure that they don't have a catastrophic failure, like a Forged in Fire weapon. And Shaken Not Stirred has been shaken out of this match, and therefore defending their title will be Dee-Lite. But how far can they get? Can they keep themselves in this? We shall find out as they go and take on a dragon. A big beefy dragon. Well, it sounds, while I'm hearing that, it does sound like Shaken Not Stirred has completed a few quests at the same time, I'm hearing there. So, you know, while he ends up at the back of the queue for the Chonccweight Championship, he will at least have some Battle Pass experience. How long will this go on for, though? Big Load Steve is so far ahead of everyone else at the moment that it will probably take a miracle for anyone to want to get this. Dee-Lite seems to not want to take their golden orb, though. And sometimes I don't know why they do this. They just leave? They just seem to have felt like they won. So therefore, you know, it is a bit of an odd thing that Dee-Lite does. Maybe they've decided their work is done and just go for it. But this is most likely an elimination fight here, given we're at stage 6-1 here. And oh, the elimination looks like it's going Dee-Lite's way. They are still in. There we go. D picks up all that gold eventually. And they are now in the top 3. So even if Shaken Not Stirred did manage to get there with what was required. I mean, have we... Steve? Oh, I can't contact Steve. I don't know why I keep trying to contact Steve. Johan? Ah, yeah. Okay. Have you got in contact with Steve? And has Steve got in contact with Mike yet? No, we need to know. The match is nearly over. The match is nearly over, and oh wow, okay. Dee-Lite is taking on a clone of... Does a lot of taking on a clone of Big Load Steve here, and it's... and they seem to have survived. They have got there. And Big Load Steve is losing... a couple of the others thought that the game was over, but that's not the case. Right, Johan, anyway, like I said, have you checked... Well, have you checked the cabin? I mean, I don't know why the wall would be commentating in the cabin in the first place, but... Well, I mean, I know he said that it's a safe place, but quite clearly someone has decided to send ninjas to his recording booth. Ninjas. This is the biggest attack that we've had since we formed the World Teamfighting Federation. Why would someone send ninjas? It's for a belt. It's for a belt. It's a belt made out of polyester. I sort of give up. Anyway, we're looking here at Dee-Lite, and it looks like they will be going down here, and they are out, and it's now a 2-horse race between Big Load Steve and Der Allwissend. Der Allwissende. The world is ending. As we're at the next carousel. We'll just let them pick. They should have their things. I really do need to find out what's going on with the wall here. What have you found? So Steve's come back to you and he's found 1 brick. And a message. All in all, it's just another brick. So someone here has found our musical references and used them against us. Huh. Alright, thanks very much, Johans. Go and get yourself a drink. They'll be all fine. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next main event. Alright. As we move to what could possibly be the final match here, could Big Load Steve actually sort out and break the win streak, or are we still going to be going for a little bit longer? Only time will tell. It will only take 1 win for Steve to get this going. And... oh, it's close, but Steve takes it, and Steve wins the match, but Dee-Lite retains the title. So we shall see you next time in the World Teamfighting Federation. We're signing off.